Hello everybody and welcome back to the Super 13 channel. Now today I'm going to be discussing update version 304 and how to use it on Theme Park Tycoon 2. So without anything more to say, let's get right into the video. So before we get started, I need you guys to be familiar with these 4 items. These are the new items that you can find in the Others tab of the build in Theme Park Tycoon 2. These include 2 buttons that can activate triggers, a timer that can delay triggers, and a sequencer which can organize giant sequences of light shows or water shows or whatever you're trying to do. Items that can be part of a sequence are items like the emitters and the lights and the light orbs and all that kind of stuff that you can edit and turn it off and change the modes of. Most of the things can be edited into a sequence. Now, in order to unlock these props, you must get the achievement called Activated. To do this, you have to put a sequence on a ride. So this is actually very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to place an object that can be sequenced. Then you're going to click on any of these pieces on the ride. I'm just going to do this so that you guys can see. I'm going to click this blue piece, and then I'm going to go here into Appearance, and I'm going to add a trigger, and I'm going to activate it on this spotlight. And then I'm going to turn the default setting of the spotlight off. So then when I test this ride, I'm going to make it 1 car long. When I test it, once the train passes this blue block, or blue piece of track, the light will go on for however many seconds you set it to go on. Now this can be activated in many different ways. You can use any of those items for however many time or whatever you want. So for this, I'm just going to show you how to link up a spotlight with a button. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to place my button. I'm going to place the spotlight. I'm going to go into the little buttons edit menu, and as you can see, we can click and add a trigger, and we can click the spotlight, and then when the trigger is activated, the spotlight will go on like that, as you can see, and the spotlight triggers when I press the button. If I want to change how long that duration is, I can go and I can change the range, I can change the light, I can change all this kind of stuff. I can make it blink like this, and then it'll trigger like that, just like that, and that'll be the button that triggers it. So, if you're saying, I don't like this blue light, how do I make it a different color? You just click on the light source that it's coming from, and you can go here, or you can go and you can change the default color. So this is the white color that it goes to when it's not sequenced. When it is sequenced, you can click on the clock, click on the sequence, and you can change the color. See, the blue is the default, but if I want to make it red, then I can change the color to red. I can change how bright it is. I can change how long it's on for. So I can just make it a super short sequence like this. I can make it 0.1 seconds if I want to, or 0.25 is the lowest. And as you can see, it's going to go to 0.25 seconds. And that's how long it's going to stay on for every 5 seconds. And in case any of you are wondering, all of these features work the exact same. See, I just hooked this fire emitter up, so it activates every 2 seconds and goes on for 1 second. So as you can see, the fire is just flashing like this, and you can change that to however long or whatever color you want. Okay, so moving on to the little bit more complicated part of this update is the sequencer. Now, to add something to the sequencer, you're going to hold Shift, hover over an item, and click it. And then this is going to pop up on your screen. All you're going to do is you're going to drag it over onto wherever you want it to place. So if I want this spotlight to flash 0.5 seconds in, I'm going to select it right there. And then when I play the sequence, that spotlight is going to flash when that happens for that amount of time. So that is what's going to happen. If I want to shorten it so it just goes on for 0.5 seconds or 1 second or 2 seconds, I can do that however I please. So now, to add another sequence, I'm just going to hold Shift, I'm going to select the next item, and I'm going to drag it in, just like that. So if I want things to overlay, you're just going to go down. So if I want the fire emitter to go off halfway through while the spotlight's going, I can do this, I can shorten it, and then I can make it like that. So I can do anything that I want with the sequence, I can choose any way I want it, and it will work. To activate a sequencer, you're going to have to get something that activates it, whether it's a trigger on a track, a button, or any of that kind of thing that's able to do so. So how I'm going to add it, I'm going to use a button. I'm just going to click the button, click add, just like I would anything else, and select the sequencer. Now, when I press the button, these things are going to activate. As you can see, let me just turn this emitter off so that we can see that it's happening. When I press the button, those two things are going to trigger, and then they're going to turn off because the sequence ended. I'm going to make an interesting little sequence just to show you guys kind of how it works and show you around. Just a little additional note and something that Dennis added is when you go to delete a sequencer, you get this pop-up to make sure that you don't lose your progress if you actually click it, which I think is a very helpful feature. Okay, so I have put together my sequence. So when I click on my sequencer, I can see I have organized this sequence with these few pieces here. So when I press this button, it's going to activate the sequence. As you can see, everything is going off just as planned and how I programmed it. So that is going to wrap it up for this quick little tutorial on how to use the new Theme Park Tycoon sequencers and triggers and all that stuff in the new update. If I missed anything, which I'm assuming I did, make sure to leave in the comments, and if this helped you in any way, make sure to like the video, and if you're not already, consider subscribing to the channel. I make lots of Theme Park Tycoon tutorials and other videos. So, enjoy your day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.